All right, guys, welcome to our first episode of our podcast. Welcome back to CSS Collective. I'm here joined by my esteemed guest, Nathan Kassan, the official. Would you like to introduce yourself?
What's up, y'all? This is a passion project of ours, so it's really important, and we just want to speak on a lot of things that are important in the world, in the lives, in the youth. In the youth. So this is really good. Thanks for joining us today, everybody.
100%. Yeah, my
Yeah,
first podcast, I'm very excited for this. A good opportunity to speak about what's going on in life, our life, and what we're passionate about. And so, yeah, man, it's going to be very relaxed, not going to be too formal. It's going to be, carefree in a sense. Just relax, you know what I mean?
of course,
So, yeah, what's going on? How was your day? Good day today? ED?
man. Today was good. Today was good though. I had a good day. Honestly, went to school early. Like, and I feel like one of the things that I overlook a lot is starting the day early. That actually helps out a lot, to be honest. It does, bro.
100%. I wake up at 6, bro. 6 a.m. is 6 a.m. Go to sleep at
Guys,
10:30.
this guy is crazy.
6 a.m. is good because imagine you wake up at 8 is also good, but 6 a.m. allows you to get so much done. Like you have 6 hours until it's 12 p.m. Like you can get so much done, work, gym, everything. So I feel like 6 a.m. is a good time. But yeah, me, I'm on break. I go back to school on Monday. You know,
You want to add an instrumental in the back, or you just want to keep it like this? It's up to you, though.
we can keep it like this.
Okay,
I'll edit that in later.
y'all. Let's get into the topics of today, though.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the topics that has been on my mind a lot, especially in the youth. One thing that we want to discuss is how do you define love? What's your definition of love? And I want all of y'all to type in the comments what is your definition of love, and we're gonna explain ours. Our point of view.
100%. What's your definition of love?
That would be real. Look, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it stacked. My definition of love. I feel like it's so broad and so like vast of what I think. But honestly, like if I first, my first definition is just starting with my faith. Obviously, there's a definition. Love is kind. Love is patient. And firstly, I think that loving somebody is a choice. So you choose to love somebody every day, and there might be a day that you choose not to. So making that choice to show love in those different ways, that's very important. But what I feel like love can be defined as so many different things. Like for me, if somebody's to ask like, yo, what's my definition of being in love, like in love, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'd say, bro, you wake up, you think about a person, you go to sleep, you think about a person, you reminisce about the times that y'all met and thinking about it. It's making you have that warm, that sharp feeling in your heart. Like you feel like, those feelings.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I know. That's what you that's your definition?
Per se, but we're gonna get deeper into it. But like that's one of my like definitions, and to say it, like saying that to say it, just like, bro, why is it that it's so hard to define love nowadays? I feel like because everybody has a different description. I feel like the definition of love nowadays is more of like what you're gonna get out of the person instead of what loving the person for who they are. It's rare to find out.
100%.
That goes for like men and women, to be honest.
Especially in this generation, that's really all it is. It's conditional. It's not unconditional. It's just conditional. Like, what can I get out of you? What can you give to me, and what can I get out of you? Type thing. You know.
Yeah, literally.
My definition, is I say choosing the same person every single day. I mean, even
Hmm.
sometimes at first, when you guys first, in terms of relationship, like love can be defined, like you said, in so many different ways. But in terms of a romantic relationship, I say choosing to be with that same person day in, day out, even when times get hard, type thing, like the arguments or like things like that. Like choosing to be with that same person, I feel like that's love, and trying to grow with them and listen to them. Because no
Yeah.
one's perfect. Like you're not gonna get into a relationship and things are perfect. Like things are gonna arise, whether it's like insecurities either in yourself or in the other person, you're gonna see that. And I feel like, trying to better yourself, not only for yourself, but for that person, and showing up and choosing to be with them even through the hard times, to me is true love, That's what I think it is. No,
I
yeah,
that's a good definition, to be honest. I deep that. So
yeah.
like, if you were to say your experience with love, like, what do you think? How has your experience with love been, bro?
Yeah, my experience with love. Um, it's been good. I didn't know I could love as hard as I did until I got into a relationship about 7 months ago now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's love. I realized I'll never make fun of somebody for getting their heart broken, type thing. You know what I mean? Like I'll never do it ever again. Like I used to not do it, but I used to like not care. I used to think, bro, just it's not that deep until I went through it, bro. But I think love, yeah, for my relationship with love has been it's been good for 7 months. I'm not gonna say it's been bad. Like it's been, I'm learning more about myself than I thought I could.
Yeah, bro.
It's love is hard, but it shouldn't be. But yeah, I still love, you know, that person very much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
look,
it's been good. What about you?
and for y'all that don't know, the reason why he said, I will make fun of people that got the heartbroken. He's talking about me. This guy laughed at me. Like I'm heartbroken. He was laughing and trolling me and stuff until he peeped. It's not a game. It's real life. But
Mm, yeah, that's true.
one thing, see my experience.
Yeah, let me hear your
Yeah,
experience. Yeah, yeah, bye.
I'd say like it's just such a up and down thing where it's like, bro, sometimes you might be in love with somebody. You think that you're in love with somebody, or not think, but like you are, but y'all fight like a lot, and then like that ruins it. And then one of the things too is that I got in a relationship. Y'all are 16, bro.
Mm,
I think, to be honest, when I look at the difference between me now and me when I was 16 years old, I see a difference in maturity, the way that I handle things, the way that I view things, the way that I look at stuff. Like, even if I were to look back at messages of me and my ex girl and I see it, I'm like, damn, I used to be super weird with the way I used to talk, the way that I used to react to things, be quick to be upset or like, not like, I'd be focused on me and what I think and what I deem is important for me, you
yeah,
know? And that's the thing that we all struggle with, I think, is that, bro, we think that everything is about us, bro. Especially when you get in an argument.
yeah,
Like argument, it can be with your friends, bro. But it has to be about you. Like
yeah.
you're not. It's not about finding out the other person's perspective. It's like, damn, you did this, da 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 da. But did you ask, like, why did you do this? How come
Exactly.
you're acting like this? How come it's that?
Mm,
Like that was just not to be sidetracked to the main question, but to answer my experience, it was good. Like what I can say, obviously there was bad times, but it was good, like for the most part. And what I understood from that was just like, yo, you gotta be careful with how you treat somebody, and then also know when to walk away.
mm,
So one of the hardest things about love is not knowing when to walk away, bro.
yeah, 100%. Bro, because you're too in love, like you just can't. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. It's easier said than done.
That's a fact, bro. Yeah, it's easier said than done, but it's like you gotta know when to walk away. Like I feel like I'm a boxer and I'm in the ring,
Mm,
and it's like, yo, I'm getting beat up, but I keep coming back for each round, bro. And then the ref is the one that gotta call the match. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
you gotta know when it's time for you to be like, all right, it's enough. Let me stop and let me give it up.
Listen. Yeah, yeah. I feel like, but you gotta wait. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like, when do you know it's time? Type thing.
Yeah.
When do you know?
Yo, I've been the phase I'm accepting, bro. As much as I don't want to accept, I'm accepting. Like, like you envision your whole like everything with a person, like you envision your whole everything with a person
Yeah.
that you don't see anything outside of them. Like I
Right.
remember we were talking about this briefly like earlier, but like, bro, one thing that I even just dwelled on this came to me, like, bro, even like especially when you're young, like you would be like you base your whole life around them, kind of, where it's like I don't know who I spoke to about this, but they're telling me yeah, it's not a good thing to base your. Now I was at the barbershop, I was speaking to one of my people, like an
Mm.
older head, like an older guy, and he was just giving me game, like, damn, like, yo, bro, you're not supposed to like put your all into that and base your entire life. You're supposed to have a separate thing. But me, it's hard to do that when you envision everything with the person and you envision yourself getting married. You see
Yeah.
yourself going to the same school as the person. All this, you base the majority of your decisions on if I'm going to see the person or not. Like, should I do this? Will I be able to do that? Like, they become a part of your life,
Exactly.
or the important things become based on them.
Yeah.
And to a point now, I'm realizing as in a mature point, you realize that's not healthy, bro.
It's not.
Until you're married, of course, when you're married, it's amazing to that. But when you're not, it's not okay to be like, damn. Because when they leave or for say something doesn't go right or the timing is not right for say, right?
Mm.
Bro, when you guys stop talking, it's going to be a shock for you, bro. It's
Yes.
going to be a shock.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a whole. It's like there's a hole in you that can't be replaced type thing. You know what I mean? Like it's like you've been shot and like you're missing a piece of yourself. It's one of those.
Listen, one thing I'll say, I can only speak for men, bro. So if you're a girl watching, I'm sorry. I can only speak for dudes. When a dude get his heart broken, like, bro, it's different. I don't care. It's different, bro.
Different, bro. It has you, for me personally, it had me rethinking my entire existence. Like, what is my purpose? You know, because yo, I really thought like I love this person. I still do. You know that, but
Yeah, of course.
damn, it hurt,
Yeah.
and it's real
Yes.
pain. Like
Yeah.
heartbreak is, it's you feel it here, and you feel it here. For me, at least, I felt it here, like literal, like you could feel the the,
Yeah.
the palpitation. You know what I mean? Like you felt that, and in the brain too, like. Your mind just constantly goes through emotions, like you don't even know what to think. And
Yeah.
randomly, the thing with heartbreak is you'll be okay for like 2 weeks, and then you'll come back the next day, you'll start crying. You'll wake up, you'll cry,
Yeah, bro.
or when it's like 11 p.m., 10 p.m., you'll start crying. The entire day you'll be fine, but like once it reaches that time at night or in the morning, say goodbye. It's finished. Start crying. So heartbreak, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Man, I was on the way to work, bro. I remember one time, like, I'll never forget. I think I told you about this, fam. I was at work, bro. I was in tears, fam. And yo, I was doing delivery, like, stuff, right?
yeah,
So the driver, so you have to work with somebody else. The driver is there. He's driving. I'm going like this, like in the on the window to hide my tears, fam. You don't know. That's different.
no, I know those ones. That happens to people. When I was going to school, I was coming back home and I was being driven. The weekend. Don't listen to the weekend with your beats while you're going through something. Cause oof. And Drake. Don't listen to Drake while the weekend. I was literally
Yeah,
like, it was bad. My brother was beside me. The guy's driving. I'm like, it was bad. Even the thing is, I got broken up with, and I still have to go to school, and I
bro.
and I had exams. I was
You gotta live your life. It's hard, bro, to just
new,
even
but
go on with living your life.
it hurts too much, bro. I'm telling you. It's nothing to play with, but that's the thing. Like, I'll never. Mental health is also very real,
Yo, bro.
very very real. And I'm so
I
glad. Hmm?
no, go ahead.
I'm so glad it happened at a young age to like a breakup. You know what I mean?
I
Because
was just
now
about to say that.
it opens the eyes to be more mindful of things, like treat people worse. Because you really don't know what anybody's going through. You can be the happiest person, but you don't know. Like no one knew I got broken up with at school or anybody, like my family, of course, but on the street, like you don't know what someone's going through. So that's why it's so important to be kind to people, because something as small as like a little bump or like even like a look can really put
Yeah,
someone on edge. So yeah, heartbreak's nothing to play with, man.
I was even gonna ask. I was gonna be like, yo, like, what do you? was the age like if you were to give some advice
Mm,
or like to young men out there or young whoever women, right?
yeah.
What is the age you think that you should be properly ready to get in a relationship?
Ooh, I say like 22, 23.
Okay.
I think after university, it's tough because it's like I feel like you need to have experience at like 18, 19 to really know what you're getting yourself into. Because if you haven't been in a relationship in like before your 20s, it's going to be tough because you don't know how to navigate things. So I feel like it's important to get into a relationship, maybe first university or like high school, and then to really date seriously 22, 23, because then you know how things work. I think
Yeah.
23, you're getting your life together. You're trying to build something for yourself. I say 22, 23. Out of college, you might have a job. You might want to build something with somebody. I think 22, 23. What about
Yo,
you?
for me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I agree with that point too as well, bro. I used to think because I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm gonna be honest on this right here. You feel me?
Mhm.
I used to be like a crazy womanizer, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So both, and that's before I got in a relationship, right? And
Yeah.
then I got a relationship when I was like 16. So to me, I thought, okay, yeah, I'm older now. At like 16, you think that you're older, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I got in a relationship then thinking that that was like the proper age. And like I'm a little bit older, I'm a little bit wiser.
Mm.
I can handle things a certain way. But you're still a kid, bro. And
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
even me looking back on myself, when I look at somebody that's in grade 10, a grade 11 kid, like I'm like, bro, you're still a kid, you're still young, you still have all these things to learn, to understand, you know? And even when trying to understand the other person, like you don't have those emotional like cues yet, those that
Intelligence.
understanding, yeah,
Yeah.
to be able to understand the relationship. But I'll say it really doesn't matter the age. You can push through a relationship, but you gotta have God at the center of your relationship. To be honest, that's how I think it
100%.
works. When you're not aligned with that, bro. One thing I'll say in my last relationship,
Yeah.
bro, I'd pray. Like we can say we get in an argument. I'd pray, and it's like the Lord is who would really check me about some things, and then I'll come back and
Mhm.
I'll apologize, and then
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry, I realize this. Or there'll be times like I'll contemplate just like leaving her and just ending it, and I have a dream
Mm.
about something like about I just have a dream somebody approached me and tell me like, bro, you're not supposed to handle her like this and da 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 da. If you ever like, if I can give an example of this dream, if I can go into detail, like, bro, I remember one time, right? And I know if you guys ever heard about these experiences, there's one thing in the Bible that says you might entertain an angel without knowing, right?
Mm.
And there's this one time that I was, I had this, me and her got in a big argument. I went to sleep. I prayed, but I went to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Then when I went to sleep, I was at this. I don't know where I was at, but I was in the washroom. I went into a stall in the washroom, and I remember somebody came. The person knocked on the stall,
Mm.
right? He looked like the janitor, to be honest, 'cause he's a white dude, right?
Yeah.
Like not.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
Is that right? Right.
Yeah.
So he opened the like, and then I opened the door, and I'm like, "Yo, banging on the door. What's up?" He's like, "Yo, I don't know." Like for me, even in the dream, this dream was so vivid, bro. I don't know the man. He's telling me, bro, you can't be treating her like that. Like that's God's daughter. You can't talk to her like this. You can't be da 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 da. Giving me dialogue. I don't remember the exact dialogue word for word.
Yeah.
But I remember in that dream, he was telling me things that
Mm.
detailed things that I didn't even know. I never told him, right?
Yeah.
So then I wake up and I'm like, damn, I need to apologize because yeah, I'm there. I feel like I just got. And even in the dream, the man walked away
Mm.
from me from the stall. I went around. I'm like, okay, let me come out the washroom and look for him. I went to go look for him. He's nowhere.
Yeah.
I even asked somebody else. I'm like, yo, like, did you see somebody come out? He said no.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, that reminded me of like a lot of encounters that I see on the internet where they say like they encounter somebody, they knew this and that, da 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 da. They go back to ask about the person, they don't know where the person went, right?
Mm.
But saying that to say, when you have the Lord there as a mediator, He's able to treat different situations, talk like check you about certain situations, like because I catch myself acting on impulse a lot. Like
Yeah,
when you're angry, when you have emotions, when your emotions are on 10 and everything is on it's like a high for everything, you're so easily to be like, yo, I want to leave you. I want to be with you. I want to, and then you just send the person on a roller coaster for no reason
exactly.
because you can really just try and fix things with them, but you rather just like act stupid. I don't understand it, you know.
I think
So like,
it's an ego thing too, and
bro,
it's pride.
facts,
Yeah, 100%.
facts.
Yeah,
It
that's
is an ego thing.
yeah, that's one of the main things. Freaking, that's true about the dreams, man. And I feel like that's why I went wrong with my last relationship, bro. I didn't. There was no like catalyst for it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
There's no religion. There was no God. The God wasn't in the middle. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's nothing to fall back on when things got rough.
Bad.
It was
Yeah.
just I got dipped on type thing, you know? Well, but it's okay. Like I'm actually very glad, and I still love her so much. Like I'm so glad for her. I'm so glad for that situation. There's no, you know what I mean? Why you smiling?
Yeah.
You know
Yo, listen.
the meeting ends in 8 minutes, bro.
Is it 8 minutes?
Yeah, I see
God
a little
damn.
timer.
Oh.
Good though. We'll just make another one.
Okay, but like we're gonna end this segment off quickly, but what we were like, why I'm smiling, right?
Yes, man. That's bro. That's I love her so much. Like
Why I'm smiling is because this man right here, like this is like I love to see a man that love without having boundaries on himself. Like it's really rare that you see somebody be open about how they feel about a person, be
yeah,
passionate about something without like you know he can probably come out and say, yo, I have feelings for this person, I feel this, I feel that. Like
mm.
that's like I admire that.
That's like conviction though. Like I told you earlier. You know what I mean? A lot of guys, you're not gonna find guys, bro. After a situation happens, it's
It's
one
done.
minute,
It
one,
need yeah, it need
especially in this generation, like it's everything's fleeting, so it's always gonna be forget it, move on to the next. I can't.
that's the thing. But yo, look, Signa, bro.
Mm.
C collections, bro.
Seaside Collections. That's my name.
Yo, people, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be honest, right?
Mm.
Because this generation hypes this a lot, fact, and you can't tell me this is not facts. Somebody will say, I want the typical guy that's gonna you pull up on me, call me bare time, tell me, yo, I need to see you, da 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 da, whatever, right? You're
Yeah,
gonna say, I want that. But when the man come and he pull up and he do that, you're
it's
gonna be, yo, you're doing too much. Like, wait a minute.
likely.
That's all I'm like, bro. People don't really want that. It's an image thing. It's an
Yeah,
online thing.
yeah, yeah.
It's a social thing, right?
Mm.
Because when a man come and he present himself, he be like, "Oh, this is how I am. I'm gonna fight for you. I'm gonna da da da." You're fighting a losing battle, buddy.
100%.
So I'm not saying don't fight because pursue the things that you want and like and put everything into your pursuit, but don't pursue and then in the end you regret that
Exactly. Like you're left
pursuing
empty.
this thing, right?
100%. You don't want that. I don't want that. Nobody wants that, man.
Yeah, bro.
Huh?
Yeah. Really
Bro, life's hard, man. It shouldn't be, but it is. I feel like we make it way too hard, bro.
facts, bro.
You know what I
That's one
mean?
of the things I'll say that we do make it hard. But
No reason.
as we're wrapping this topic, because
Yeah.
we don't have much minutes left, but I would say something else that I would ask is, yo, okay, while we're on this topic of love and relationships and whatever,
Mhm.
what is the impression that you think you leave on people? This could be friends, this could be relationship, but relationship, that's the person you're literally closest with. So what is the impression that you leave on the person, or what is that you pour into them?
Me personally, that's a great question. That's a great question. I'd say, me personally, mm, I say probably, I don't know. I'd say probably forgiveness, but that's kind of like it's too specific for certain situations. I say overall, I'd say kindness. Like I leave a impression, he's a kind guy.
Okay.
He cares. In the end, he'll still make an effort, you know. I did some stuff. I did a lot of stuff that I'm not proud of, type thing. But as I'm growing, I feel like, people who I'm still in contact with, people who I try to reach out to, I said they think, well, I hope that they think that I'm kind, compassionate, and I truly do care for their well-being. I'd say I leave people with the impression that I'm kind, type thing. I actually don't. That's like,
Okay.
I gotta ask myself that question. Like, what do I, 'cause I really
All right,
don't.
so wait, let me answer, and then we're gonna come back to you, and then
All right.
because I think my answer might help you. All right, so
You got four
what I
minutes.
okay, yeah. All right, so yo, what I think the impression that I think I leave on people, right,
Mhm.
is this like I think the impression I leave is this. When I mean impression, if I can word it more correctly, I mean, what do I, when somebody leaves, what do they gain after being with you? If I can say it in that way,
Yeah.
I would say they leave with wisdom. That's one thing I can say myself. I carry a lot of wisdom in me. And then
Mm.
I would say they leave some. I would say they leave with a better relationship with God because that's one of the things that's basis in me, because in my faith. So I love to incorporate that with other people, right?
Mm.
And then lastly, I'll say a sense of maturity because myself, like, not to even got yourself, but you got to be your biggest supporter or your biggest like person that can speak on your own behalf, whatever, right?
Yeah. 100%.
I say me, I carry something where it's like I'm very mature about situations. I'm very mature when talking to somebody. I'm
Mm.
very mature about how I want to say something or how I want to be. And then I teach that to the person. Like one thing I feel like in a relationship you need to be both sides is you need to be teachable. I mean, you need to be a person that can be taught
Yeah.
and you need to be able to teach. Because if you're a person that doesn't want to learn anything new or learn how to understand people or be taught, because every person has something to give and has something to give off to somebody else. So you need to know how to be coachable and then know how to coach others.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's facts. Because it's a game of growth, man. You can't just stay at that at your level. You're comfortable.
Cool, bro.
Gotta be coachable. Gotta be teachable. That's very important. You know what I mean?
Bro. So this like segment of YNs, bro.
Yeah, we're on to the second segment. This segment's gonna be about, the YN wave and like,
Cortisone wave, bro.
yeah, quarters of wave, just the stigma around Black people having to dress properly to fit in or to like look a certain way. Um, and also the word YN, like that's another thing I don't really like. Like, why do we
Be
have
honest.
to reduce to the word YN, which obviously we know the abbreviation, young N word. I'm not gonna say it on, YouTube, future employees and all that. But yeah, man, just the stigma around Black people having to dress and act a certain way in order to be accepted into society.
Yo, like one thing I'd say for sure is like that when that whole thing started, if
Mhm.
people that know me and Shagna, actually I don't even say people because we haven't really talked about this like publicly, but I would say that we really talked about this whole quarter zip thing from like 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah,
Right? Not to say that we like set the trend for that we didn't, but I'm just saying that yo, we've been talking about it, right?
mm,
And we've been talking about changing up our style to like more of a business casual style and whatever, right?
yeah, exactly.
So when the whole thing came out and people that know Jaden Mensa, if you know, you know, right?
Yeah. No, Jada, he's a pioneer though. He's a real
He's a
pioneer.
pioneer, right?
Yeah, real pioneer.
So
Yeah.
people that know, right? And he was on the course way from like 2, 3 years ago. But anyways, right? So when we're actually talking about the core zip thing, what I think is this, like, bro, that whole wave and it started. I was good at first. I liked it. I was like, yo, like, yeah, I guess it's pushing the positivity. But I hated the fact that people were trying to be like, oh, you're wearing a quarter zip, so that means that you're like
you're trying to
You're
fit in type thing, you know? Like,
exactly
because
that you're
it
trying to
became,
be something.
yeah, it became a trend.
Mm.
So if you're wearing quarter zip, it's like you're following the TikTok trend, which isn't the case. That's how it always is with TikTok. Like as soon as something becomes popular, the moment you do it, it's like you're trying to follow the trend type thing, which is annoying. Because like you said, you and I have been on that quarter wave trend, you know, dressing you know, properly, formally, and the fact that you know it's we can do it obviously, and we have the free will to do it, but it's like if we do it, it's like we're reduced to like wanting to be a TikTok person, and our style comes from TikTok and this and that, which isn't the case, you know.
Literally, bro.
So
And
it's
then
annoying.
that so and then to dive more in, we can't really insert the video because I don't know if we can find it, to be honest, right? But one of the things that like really bothered me
Mm,
was that we seen this one video or it's on TikTok where it's like this guy was discussing the whole Hawaiian thing and saying how the the whole wave, the whole like courtesy wave was kind of a black stereotype, not stereotype, but like I don't know the word,
mm.
but
For some very stupid reason, a lot of black people believe if they cut their hair short, start wearing suits, and stop listening to rap music, people will no longer see them as black and will have respect for them. This is what is called respectability politics. It's when people argue what things are worthy of respect. Sometimes respectability politics shows up as a joke. Back in fall of 2025, this guy came out with a very funny joke. He said he was no longer wearing Nike Techs. Instead, he was now wearing a quarter zip. This all started as a funny, innocent joke, but very quickly it turned into full-on respectability politics.
It's not cool to be uneducated, unruly, violent, and for too long it's been a trend and it's only been getting worse. So this
Uneducated, unruly, violent. These were the sort of words you started seeing associated with Nike Techs. But respectability politics is not always just jokes. This guy took his wife to Ruth Chris for Valentine's Day. If you've never heard of Ruth Chris, it's a pretty expensive restaurant. While this guy is at Ruth Chris, he says he is cutting into his nice steak when he sees several black men walk by and they're sagging their pants. Keep in mind, he is supposed to be eating dinner with his wife on Valentine's Day weekend. But instead, he is too busy focusing on black men showing too much underwear. Because this black guy is at a pretty expensive restaurant, he runs onto TikTok and starts saying black people need to stop bringing this street energy everywhere they go. Once again, this is respectability politics. But coming on the internet to tell this story only makes black people look worse. Now racist people are seeing this video and they are like, see, I told you, this black guy also agrees with me.
like it was like, when somebody backhanded compliment type thing, right? Anyways, right. So that's how I feel because for you to say that quarter zip is proper and we need to step out of that, for you to do that to uplift something, you have to demean something else. So when you come and you start to demean the way that black kids, the black youth dress, oh, this is bad, da 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 da. We're not promoting like sagging or whatever, but we're just saying that, like, bro, Nike Techs, all that Nike Techs, joggers, suits, sweatsuits,
Buddies,
streetwear, all that, right?
mm,
That's a part of the culture,
100%.
right?
Yeah,
And to say yes, it might not be business casual and it might not be appropriate to wear whatever, but it does not deem you to be a whiner. That's one of the things that I hate, and one of the things that I even battled a lot with myself was that why do I have to change the way I act for somebody else?
exactly.
Like you have to like the moment that you step into these trends, these things, you start conforming, and when you conform, you start conforming to other people's will. The not I won't say the white man's will, but it's
Yeah,
not that. But if you
yeah.
understand what I'm trying to say, like you start conforming to the
The
will of
society,
somebody else. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
As black men growing up, you know, that's one of the biggest battles we're gonna have to face type thing, you know? And it starts I was gonna say it starts young, but it doesn't really start young. Do you think it starts young? Having to conform?
yes.
Okay, yeah, I can see how. One thing
I
I'm
believe.
thinking about is cutting our parents cutting our hair in the barbershop.
I was just about to say that,
Like, yeah, it starts young. It does start young. You know, the
bro. You
conforming.
wanted you wanted a fade. You wanted a box
Oh,
fade. You got the
yeah,
level one.
we got a little Caesar, bro. A little, you know. I never liked that, but that's really where it starts
Bro,
because our hair is deemed as nappy and unkept and it's
ugly.
not,
Yeah.
you know.
If
So
I
it's
if
go
okay.
ahead. So yeah, that's where it starts. You know, basically as a kid, as like a 6 year old, first grade. You know,
If I can even add on that,
go ahead.
bro.
That's how I can. Yeah,
If
go.
I can add on that, bro. One of the things, let me say it with hair, right?
Mm,
Bro, and I actually hate this because this is one of the things, especially if you're African, you know about this, right?
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing to be like, I hate somebody. They hate the feeling of having long hair, right? But bro, I don't want to miss say maybe if there's historians out there, I don't know, but like, yo, our ancestors are people. We didn't have razors, bro. We didn't have things. So how are we cutting our hair at that point, right? It's because the colonizers and then all these different things have made us deem that our hair is something that is disgraceful to have long and whatever. It's unkept, all these different things, right?
Yeah.
So and one of the things I can even say, even my own personal experience, bro, because for y'all that didn't know, I had dressed before, right? I had dressed like twice, right? Before I knew, like, let me see. There's one thing I don't think I ever told you about this. I don't know, but you probably know about this. But I remember this one trip, right?
Mm.
The VSA trip. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's a Black Student Organization trip, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So like, I would even like in grade 10, I feel like the way that I used to be, well, like you would probably think that I'm a super hood dude, but I really wasn't though, right? I was really chill. But I remember like I wanted to go to that trip so badly. Our friend group was going, and then people from other school that we knew were going to that trip. I wanted to go so bad. I told the teacher, I'm like, let me go, like, let me go.
That was messed up. Yeah.
I was like, let me go to the trip, right?
Yeah.
I'm practically begging this woman to let me go on the trip. She says yes eventually. She gives me the form, and come to find out, she said she gave my spot to somebody else. Because somebody else that she asked prior finally decided to say yes, I guess. She gave my spot to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I was just like, so I asked the person, I'm like, do you even want to go to this trip? Because this woman had to convince you to come to this trip. So do you actually want to go? Yes or no? Right?
Mm.
He says no, he doesn't want to go. I said, will you allow me to take your spot so I can go? He says yes. I go tell the lady, I'm like, he said he does not want to go. He says that he will give me his spot to go. So like, can we exchange?
Yeah.
She refuses.
That was crazy work, man.
She refuses, right?
This White House. Yeah.
She refuses. So now, bro, I'm telling you that day, I'm not even trying to come off soft or whatever. Yo, that day, I think a couple of days later, I went up to my mom and I was just like, bro, you know, and I know all y'all know about it. Right now I don't have big earrings in, but you know about the big gold earrings, like, you know, the stud. I had those, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, yo, like, I went to my mom. I'm like, how come like I'm getting treated differently than everybody else? You know, I'm like, do I have a bad look to myself? And then it even made me question to be like, I'm not blaming what's her name for this, right? But I'm like, it actually made me go home and be like, mom, like, I feel like, why am I getting treated different? It's because of my hair. At the time, my hair was not, it was like, it was shorter than Shagna's length, but it wasn't that short, right?
Yeah.
I just wasn't that short. But it's like, yo, I had that feeling like, damn, like, mom, like, it's what's feeling. I even felt like I was gonna be sad and crap about that stuff. So generally, I was like, bro, why do I keep getting treated different? Even teachers would treat me different. And that's one thing that I realized, teachers, even people that were my age would treat me a certain way because of the stigma that comes around with having that type of hair, right? Eventually, I cut my hair against my, not because I wanted to, but like I wasn't maintaining it properly, right? And it wasn't in good health. But that was one of the reasons. Like in personal life, I feel like, yo, if you don't have that reassurance, you need to be like, yo, somebody should tell you, yo, your hair is good, your hair is nice, your hair is this. It's not wrong for you to do that. Bro, even to braid your hair, that's culture. People will tell you that's gay, but that's the culture of the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And you know where braids came from? You know or no? Slavery, yeah, because they used to braid the hair as
the routes.
Exactly, the routes, you know what I mean? So that's literally where it comes from.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's sad though, like you shouldn't, like no one of color should be treated badly just off the way they look. Because you really gotta judge someone off their character, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And
like obviously
No, go ahead.
Like I look a certain way. I don't feel like I look like I think I carry myself as a proper, you know, young man growing up in this world. Obviously I have dreads, obviously I have earrings. I might dress a certain way. And you know how I'm in Austria. I'm not in I'm in a country that's not as open-minded as Canada. You know what I mean? So I have to kind of put myself on I have to act a little more, you know what I mean? A little more distinguished to see.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have to because I'm perfect the way I am. Not to say that I'm a hoodlum. I don't go out. I don't sag. I don't do this. I don't do that. I'm not loud. I'm not. But I still have to put on and act like I'm, you know, a certain way just to be accepted. Especially when I'm in certain spots in the city in Vienna, Austria, where it's a very luxurious. It's a very, it's political. You know what I mean? It's a city that's very, um, like strict in the sense of dressing and the way to act and this and that. And so I definitely have to dress a certain way. I have to speak a certain way. I, speak German here and there. So it's like, it's tough, but it shouldn't be that way for a lot of black kids growing up.
It shouldn't, bro.
It's
It
not gonna get
shouldn't be.
easier. It's not gonna easy.
It's
It's not gonna
not,
get easier.
bro. So it's
Especially
like, I'm gonna go ahead.
especially with the way the world's going now. If you look on social media, you open Instagram, you see open TikTok, it's the first thing you see is someone saying the N-word. ER, by the way. You know what I mean? You open the comments, it's a black guy doing whatever. It's just full of, you'll see monkey gifs or the gifs, little monkey gifs. You'll see, people talking about go back to your country. Like, it's not gonna get easier. And that goes for every race that isn't, white. Not that I blame white people that they're the ones doing it, but Asians, blacks, specifically black people, it's not gonna get easier. So I feel
One
like,
thing, yeah.
yeah.
One thing I would say is just like, yo, if you're white,
Mhm.
any other race, right?
Yeah.
Even as black, one thing I'll say about black people, yo, black people are one of the races that are aware, right? Because we go through a lot of that treatment. So why is it that you can go through that treatment, right? So you understand, you're aware of how people perceive you and how like people go about things, right?
Mm.
So we understand what it's like to be treated that way. So when it comes to other people, we try to perceive them in a way, and we're very well. One thing else you can say about black people,
Mhm.
we're very welcoming to other races, right?
100%.
But
Yeah.
other races are not welcoming of black people.
100%.
So saying that to say is that with the climate that we're in, if you're black, stop conforming to the things around you and how people perceive you and what is this. That's the only way that we're gonna be able to get into these spaces, get into these things with the way that we are, to be able to get into a corporate office, have locks, have your hair the way you want it, and this and that, right?
Mhm.
Because they're not gonna say anything when Timmy joins the thing and changes his hairdo, So like, we gotta stand firm on that. And how even what you mentioned as well with the N-word, bro.
Mhm.
That's one of the things, bro. Like, I don't know, like my heart is super, like, I don't know how I feel about it. When it comes to the use of it, especially with other races, like they just be letting it fly. But when I actually started doing research on it, slavery and stuff like that, because they don't teach a lot of this in class,
Yeah.
bro. There was chairs made out of black people, bro.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy.
And you're like, so I'm like, that slur has pain, it has blood behind it, it has all these things. And if you even read the Bible, you read that, you'll know that the blood of somebody cries out, bro. In
Mhm.
Genesis, the blood of Cain cried out to God. You start to understand that blood that was shed for 400 years, which is a long time, right? A lot of people kill babies. They eat the babies, and they're still doing it now. They do all these different things, right? That has so much pain behind it. So when you say, and then even the Bible also says, the sins of your father is passed down. So do you understand that when you say these things, it's traveled. The pain has not gone away. It's still there. There's trauma that is still there. Even like one thing, I don't know if this is a psychological thing. I have to do my research about this, but I know for a fact that even if like you're not close you're not close with your parents, if your parent had a trait, that's why one of your parents would be like, "Oh damn, you're just like your dad. You act just like your dad." Why? Because I think it's passed down to you, right? So when you start to say the N-word and all this racist things and all this do you not understand how much pain that was in that?
It's a lot.
People don't understand it. And then now I'm like, I don't even want to come out and say this because this can be controversial, but listen, I don't trust white.
Chill, no. I mean, yeah, I mean, if, that's your
Listen,
view.
I'm not easy to trust people that are white. I don't. It's not a racist thing, bro. I love everybody, right? But it's a thing. It's ingrained in you. Is to understand. One thing that I know for sure is that the acceptance of somebody that's not your race is not. It's not easy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for us. You need to understand that that person will never understand what you're going through, your struggle, your pain. They don't understand you.
Mm-hmm.
So like, don't always be the people that are seeking validation from them,
100%. I
right?
see that. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like you can say that, but like it's like in my experience, black people will do you even worse than a white person will.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
feel like you can't just generalize and say I don't trust white people because there's amazing white people. Like
Facts.
for me, like most of my all of my teachers in Ottawa, like they're
Yeah. Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And I still email them sometimes just to say thank you, because some of them really had an
Had an
impact,
impact though.
you know. So I can't say all white people are bad or I can't trust them. I'm like black people will do you worse than a white person. You can't generalize and say all white people are, you can't trust them
Let
because
me try to reword that,
okay, go ahead.
right?
Yeah.
When I mean that trust, I mean in a sense of I have teachers, bro. They invested a lot of love into me, bro. Even till today, I have white teachers that invest a lot of love and a lot of kindness into me and all that thing, right?
Yeah.
But when I say I don't trust you, it's not a sense that I don't trust. I think that you're gonna do bad to me. I don't believe that. When
Mhm.
I say I don't trust you, is with the information that I'm gonna give. Actually, let me not even generalize this because this can even segue into another topic of trusting people. Maybe me personally, when it comes to the keys of myself and my information, I like to keep it tight because
Mhm.
people like to think that they know you, bro.
Yeah.
Right? They don't know anything about you. It's until you come proximity to me to understand. Especially me, like if you know me in real life, I'm a very like to myself reserved person. But I just like how you guys are saying today, I have a lot to say and I have a lot to talk about. So it's not the fact of that I don't like I'm very particular with how and who and what I want to say and what I want to trust to somebody.
100%. That's
Right?
important. You gotta be, bro, people 2026, people they'll steal your energy. You gotta be very
That
protective of
part,
who you
man.
choose to let in your circle, let in your house, those small things and who you choose to give your energy to, because people will literally drain it out of you, bro. You know what I mean? That's very important. That's a good trait to have. Like, don't a friend to everybody is a friend to none. Like, choose people wisely. Like, you really have to have
Yeah,
discernment.
yeah, small circle.
You gotta,
Discernment, that's facts.
you gotta be
That's
able
facts right there.
to categorize people. Like, okay, I'll talk to you, but over there,
Yeah, yeah,
these
yeah.
people that you'll bring in because you can see that okay, this guy is normal. This guy, I wouldn't say brings value to me, but we can work as a duo type thing. We can build something together,
Yeah.
whatever. So that's one of the most important things. You know, discernment is when it comes to friendships or anything, it's something that you need to have.
All right,
100%.
so what is discernment for you? For those that don't know and don't understand what discernment is, what would you even categorize that is for you?
Discernment, I don't even know the full definition. You know what I mean? But if I'm being off the brain, discernment for me is being able. People will come. I saw a reel about. I'm not sure if you know him. Philip Anthony Mitchell,
Yeah, of course.
2819 Church,
Yeah.
the pastor. I saw a reel and it was like people will come to you with lips or like with a tongue of silver or gold. You know what I mean? Smooth talking, everything
Yeah,
perfect.
smooth operating machine. Yeah.
And they'll just be the most perfect, pretty face, even whatever. Just the most. Not even talking about girls specifically, guys too. They'll be just perfect. But it's up to you to discern and realize that okay, this person is not of sound mind. You know what I mean? Like it's real snakes standing in front of me. So discernment for me is being able to tell and being able to really realize that this person, even though they might be the best person that I've perceived, or like they might seem perfect, you got to really realize and see that this person isn't for me, and that's going to be 9 out of 10 times what's going to go on in your life. This person might seem perfect for you, a good friend, a good whatever partner, but discernment is
Really
just being
not.
able
Yeah.
to put the blinders on and just realize that okay, maybe this person isn't the best thing for me, and I'm gonna move on, even though they might seem it. Just you gotta go the other way. That I don't know if that was a good explanation, but that's discernment for me.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
If I can add in what I would say, right, for for wise, right?
Yeah.
Listen, what I would say discernment is like, obviously we know discernment is a gift of the spirit, right?
Mhm.
If you read the word, you know discernment is a gift of the spirit. So what I would say discernment is there's so many different types, because the discerning of spirits, that's a gift too. And then the discernment of like understanding the climate of what it is. Like, to be honest, if we really like, this is such a deep thing that like I can spend an hour talking about this, but
Mhm.
when you're talking about discerning and understanding different climate, different zones that you're entering in, even like when you're entering a different territory, like if you watch, you told me about Philip Anthony Mitchell. I remember I seen something about how he went to the UK and he
Mhm.
went to preach. He was talking about the climate there and how he was like, bro, there needs to be there's a climate, there's a heaviness here. There's this. Like if you ever walk into a church, a different place, they'll let you know, like, damn, the person that might be moderating or praying right now, they'll be like, okay, like I'm feeling the heaviness, I'm feeling that. So that's a way of discerning
Mhm.
different things. Like
Exactly.
it's a way of identifying, and that's a gift that only comes from the Holy Spirit.
Mhm.
And when you receive the Holy Spirit, He's able to give that gift, give that understanding, and then it also works with people,
Yeah.
right?
That's yeah.
So, so when it comes to them, like let me like what you said was facts.
About what? Like people coming.
The
Yeah. Go ahead.
silver tongue and all those
Exactly.
things, because, bro, the one thing that I like to tell girls, especially girls that don't have brothers, look, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell y'all, all the girls out there, you don't got a big bro, I can be a big bro today. You feel me? So what you gotta, yo, dudes, like because I can only speak from my personal experience as a man, right? Because
Mhm.
that's what I am, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell me. Go ahead.
yo, a man the way that this guy can lie to you, you will never know that he's lying, bro.
Yeah.
Even women lie to women lie expertly, and with
Yeah.
experts, bro, with expertness. But
Both
yo,
genders. I can't lie.
both genders do.
Yeah.
But like that doesn't mean, let me just diss the whole gender thing. A person
Mhm.
that lies, well, bro, watch out for like the person that like on their feet. They're like a cat. It doesn't matter how which word, which sentence you throw them, they can lie with the comeback quick punch
Easy.
back.
Yeah. Quickly. Yeah. Yeah. That's something you gotta watch.
Bro, I learned that that strategy is, you know how hard it is for us to lie on your feet, bro.
Yeah. No.
It's
You
not
gotta
easy.
be a real pro at that. You know. You gotta
To
be.
be like, yo, like if somebody asks you a question, you can just give a punch back and to be like, oh no, this and that, did it a lie, and it'd be easy, and you can put on a mask. It'd be like, oh, so believable.
Mhm.
You would have never known, right?
Yeah.
So I don't say don't. I'm not saying distrust everybody, but have a certain type of like understanding when it comes to
Yeah.
them.
But then that goes back to like not trusting white people. You know what I mean? Like you really can't
Mhm.
trust anybody.
Yeah,
White, black,
honestly.
Asian, Indian, Arab, any human being. Like you have to have some level of like discernment. Like you really can't trust anybody. It doesn't matter if you're white, black. But then again, like black people will do you worse than a white person will. They'll do you worse. They'll do you bad. I'm telling you. So I don't. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't put white people just in that boat.
One of the things I'd say too is like, yo, where my trust lies, I'll say, bro, my trust lies in faith. Like, if you're my brother in the faith,
Mm,
I can have a friend that I was cool with for a long time, bro.
yeah.
Right. But the moment that me and you pray together, we spend time in the Word together, we're sharing our intimacy
Mm,
with the Lord, and we're sharing our both of our intimacies that we have with the Lord with each other.
mm,
Bro, there's a different seal that we just broke into when it comes to brotherhood and all those different things. So I'll put you're almost at the same level as somebody that I knew for almost 10 years, like I put that relationship a lot. Because that sharing of that is very
deep.
important to me, deep to
Yeah.
me, right?
Yeah.
Even though like some people don't understand that, right? So when it comes to that, they don't even care. They'll still do you dirt even though you share that thing with them, right?
Mhm.
It's about forgiveness anyways, we're not all perfect.
Exactly. Tough world out here, man. You know what I mean?
So that's the facts, bro. It's too
Yeah.
tough, man. This world hits you with so many different things that you won't be prepared for with people because people have entered a place where people have entered a place where they don't care. Like I feel like in this gen, if I can put it in a proper words, like I feel like in this generation of people of life, it's been accustomed to be like friendships and love and brotherhood and fellowship is something that's not valued, bro.
It's not, it won't, I
It's
mean,
not
I'm gonna say
valued.
it. I- You're right. I wouldn't say it won't be, but it probably won't be. Like it's not something that people value, especially nowadays. Like I said earlier, everything is fleeting. Like everything is just for the moment. Everything is, in the heat of the moment. Shout out Drake. You know, everything is something. Everything's fleeting. Like nothing, like nothing's here to stay. No one really values true friendship, true love, the true things that hold people together anymore. And that's, I want to be one of those people who truly does. You know,
Yo, one thing I could say right here, like if I can give Shaggy his flowers, bro, and all that, because listen, men deserve flowers too, fam. That like seriously, men deserve flowers. Men deserve to hear good things, bro. Shaggy is one of the most caring persons I've ever met in my life. That I feel. This dude, one time he might just call me out of nowhere, bro, and we'll just talk for 2 3 hours and whatever, and he'll just be like, "Yo, I just wanted to speak to you. I just wanted to check how you're doing. I just wanted to." The other night, the other day, I don't think he peeped this. He told me like, "Bro, yeah, when I go to sleep, bro, I pray for you, bro." That hit me inside, bro, because that's one of the things I love to do. Is like when I get in prayer, like I'll just pray for the people that are where they're at. But that's one of the things that I value the most too. Like he's an amazing person, an amazing brother to have. And like one of the things I can say too is that even this that we're doing right now, like if it wasn't for the inspiration of him inspiring me to actually be like, all right, come on, let's do this. Let's actually put something out. Let's put something good out in the atmosphere in
yeah,
the world. We wouldn't have done this, bro.
exactly. Yeah.
So that's how important like friendships, brotherhoods is, and the love of those things. Like I can call this guy out of the blue and just be like, yo, I just want to talk. Like you don't need to you need something from each other. And no, you seriously, one thing I realized, not a lot of people do that, bro.
hmm
I had a conversation with a girl and I was like, yo, like your best friend doesn't just call you, like you guys don't call like that.
They
Like
might
now
call, but
we rarely,
it's for
it's
like to
rarely,
go out real quick. It's not. They don't call them deep like have real
it's
conversations.
it's rare. They're
It's
like
really rare.
it's rare that we call. I'm like, bro, Travon, we gonna have one of these episodes. It's another one of my friends, bro.
Yeah, me
And
too.
sometimes I can go. I'm not going a week without me and him being in contact.
Yeah.
Struggling even I think sometimes it's even rare we go a week without speaking or checking in, like
Mhm.
for 2 3 weeks maybe. But
Yeah. At least like twice, 3 times a month,
yeah,
even more of that. And it's important, bro, because we're not even in the same country anymore. I've
no,
known
bro.
I've known Nathan since what, grade seven?
Yeah, bro.
What's that? 2019, 2020. That's what,
Like
5 years,
almost,
6 years?
yeah, 5 6 years,
Crazy. I
almost
appreciate those
7,
words.
bro.
Hmm?
Almost 7 years, bro.
Almost 7 years. Crazy. It's almost that's almost this is half a decade. No,
Yeah, literally.
half a decade. It's almost a full decade. It's crazy. Time goes by too fast.
It
But no,
does, bro.
I appreciate those words. Those mean a lot, man. And the same goes for Nathan. Like, very good guy since grade seven. Always been there, grade nine, grade 10. Even after I left, like, we still kept in contact. I came back last summer with together almost not every day, but every once in a while. Building the bridge, seeing sunset, like, my heart broken. Like this is a real friend that I can say I'm proud to have as a friend. Yeah, I
Thank you,
hope,
bro.
yeah, 100%. I hope that we continue to have our friendship as we get older, like it's a real brotherhood connection that we have. And so, yeah, I
Of course,
appreciate him.
bro. I
Good
don't.
guy.
I one thing I say is, yo, I don't believe that the Lord brings people together for a reason, like, and
You believe that or you
for
don't?
No, I do. I'm saying I
Oh,
do. I believe that. I believe the Lord brings people together for a reason, and there's a reason that we met. The reason why, this is not only the only thing we're gonna build together. There's gonna be other things, ventures, actual, business, and then we're gonna make the. I'm gonna make the business trip to Austria.
100%. Yeah, pull up. We got eight 30 minutes. I mean 8 minutes 30 seconds. We're good
Uh,
though. Yeah,
cause we
man.
could. What's something else we
What
didn't dive into?
we're talking about yeah, discernment. It's important to have guys, That goes for guys and girls. Like I wish a lot of people our age would stop focusing on the BS and would really focus on what truly matters.
Man,
You know?
like, do you know how hard that is, bro? Like,
It's hard, but
for me to say this, like, and I'm gonna say it for everybody who's out there that's our age, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 22, whatever, right? Yo, the Bible says you'll enjoy your youth, right? But just know that all the things you do in your youth will be accounted for, right? I'm not saying word for word, but that's summarizing of what it says, right?
mm,
And that basically just means that, all the times that you guys want to say, I want to go to the club, I want to go party, I want to experience this, I want to do this, I want to drink your life away, smoke, all this, like, bro, it doesn't help. It's empty. You wanna have a roster, you wanna have girls. Trust me, bro.
yeah,
I've
you
done
want.
all those things and it doesn't help. I've not been to the club before, but
Yeah.
and
It
I'm
doesn't
not
help.
much of a drinker, but
It's just there to fill a void. Like it's really not. It's nothing special. Clubbing, drinking, smoking, yamming ones every other day. Like, bro, you're not. What are you doing? What are you doing to better yourself? You know what I mean? Like, I
yeah,
guess boys and girls, especially our age. Like, that's why I try and keep in contact with people in our grade, people that are in uni now. That obviously you and I know. I'm not anybody's father at the moment, but like I still want to like be able to help people.
be that voice, bro.
Exactly. That's what I want to do. And a lot of people don't listen because they're young, they want to do what they want to do. I'm young too. I should, not be having my fun, but I should be more open-minded, which I am in the sense of like having fun, you know what I mean? But I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go to the club. Like I'm really just focused on what truly matters, which is faith, my body, and how I feel mentally, bro. And that's why going back to the first topic,
Okay.
having your heart broken really changes your mindset. And I'm so glad that it happened because I don't even know where I would be if it didn't happen. And it gives me that space to grow. It gives me that space to see what I'm missing in myself. You know what I mean? And so I feel
Yeah,
like
like it's really powerful to let your pain mold you.
into something
You
better. Like,
into something better. Like, control your pain. Don't
mhm,
let your pain control you. Like,
exactly.
and it's saying that to say it means that whenever you're going through something, bro, utilize that. And then, like, yo, a lot of us, like, yo, we have these weird ways of dealing with it, especially to speak about it, to say a breakup
Mm,
per se, right? If we're speaking about a breakup and getting into a breakup, the way that you handle it is important. Like, don't be that person that, like, you wanna go deal and have sex with 2 girls, 3 girls, 4 girls, and then you're that girl that wants to move on quick and go mess with somebody.
mm,
Like, it doesn't do anything.
it
Because
doesn't.
first of all, the person that you're gonna speak to, you're not over the last person. So what are you even doing, right? It just because that's what the world teaches you to get over one person, you gotta get under another, right?
Mm,
Thinking that that's gonna numb the pain. Oh yeah, it's making the pain become less. But in reality, you need to let Jesus heal you. That's the one that would actually heal you from all the things that you're thinking that you need
mm,
to be helped from. And time heals everything, of course. Like, bro, our bodies are a representation of everything that's spiritual. Like, bro, you have a
100%.
cut, it might take time to heal. Just like when you have a cut on your heart, on your spirit, on your soul, it takes time to heal that.
100%. Yeah, you don't want to force yourself into anything knowing that you have pain in your heart. You have a heavy heart. That's why I'm so glad. I feel like you did too, you didn't let it consume you. But you didn't let it consume you, you didn't let it eat you.
Look, I'm gonna be real.
Like, okay, speaking for me, I'm so glad that I didn't let it consume me. I'm so glad that I had an outlet and I tried different things and I'm doing different things, like, making music or, making content, going to the gym more, like, and I'm just in a whole different mindset, you know? That's
Harness, like learning how to harness your creativity, like that's like one of the things that we're learning, and that's really important. And also, like yeah, like you're saying, like don't let it consume you. Of course, like bro, when I got a relationship, bro. Like I said, like I had such a thing of like that girl was my pedestal, that was my everything in the moment. Like oh my god, I wanted her to be this and that. That's why it's important to not put somebody on such a pedestal to you, like this is
like
the person that's everything.
exactly like putting your happiness into someone else's hands.
Yeah, because when a person leave, like you're no longer happy and
Exactly.
you're no longer that.
You learn it the hard way though, and it's better earlier than later.
First, it is.
It's one of the most important things.
Yeah, but thank you for coming and listening to us. If you listened or you watched, like I appreciate it, the support, everything. Obviously, like we said, like this is a passion project. Like we're not looking to get money or anything, but we just want to help people that are going through the same things as us. Obviously, me and Shagner, we're busy guys,
100%.
chasing the good things in life, but we're gonna make time to definitely drop episodes, more episodes. I don't know, we don't really have a schedule for it, but we're definitely gonna look into that and try more. But thank you guys for tuning in.
Great work. Thank you guys very much. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are interested. Subscribe to Nathan Sunday Official as well. We're always looking for new people to help support us. Like you said, not looking for money, looking to build a community that we can share our message with, share our, what's on our minds. And so thank you guys very
Yeah,
much, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.
thank you all.